Kartsaluni comes from the Inuit people north of the Arctic Circle, and the word literally translates as sitting quietly together in the darkness, waiting expectantly for something creative to burst forth.
Glad you called that in.
Yeah, so Kartsaluni, I think that's such a beautiful metaphor. It's actually done by the people who go out whaling. They can't go out to hunt until a whale has offered a song to them. So that's reverence. That's restraint. Like I often say, one of the least developed spiritual values on this continent is restraint. We always take, we want whatever we want, we go get it. If 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I want it, I get it. No patience, no restraint. So they're learning. I mean, they're sitting literally in the darkness, waiting, praying, hoping, trusting, waiting expectantly for something creative to burst forth. So when they hear the song, they've been given permission to take one of the whale people to help their people survive. And it's a reciprocity. That kind of vigil, diligent devotional vigil, is a way of saying we respect you, our kin, in the water, and we need you to help us to survive. But there's that sense of mutuality, deep reverence. There's a wonderful line from John O'Donoghue, the Irish poet, philosopher, priest who passed way too young. He said, "What we encounter, recognize, or discover depends to a large degree on the quality of our approach. When we approach with reverence, great things decide to approach us." Now, that could be a whale, it could be a dream, it could be a grace, it could be your grief. When we approach with reverence, great things decide to approach us. But we don't typically approach with reverence. We approach with entitlement. We approach with expectations that I deserve whatever I want. And there's no ecology in that thought. There's no recognition of intimacies stretched beyond the human or the personal. So yeah, I love this idea of the Kartsaluni of, because that's where we are. We are sitting together in the dark. We don't know what the hell's happening. We don't know what's going to happen. But we can become attuned to what is emergent. I trust that this descent into the darkness is meaningful and in some ways intentional and necessary. That the structures that we have generated over the past 500 to 1,000 years are not life-supporting. They do not generate a sense of rapport and attunement to the living world or to living culture. So what we've constructed must begin to collapse, and we're seeing it. It is collapsing. Our participation with it is necessary. Otherwise, the collapse will be more like being thrown to the ground with great repercussions. I don't think we can avoid many of these repercussions as we already are well down that road. But we can find ways to listen with humility to what the dreaming earth is trying to call us back to. What are right relations with watersheds? What are the right relations with soil and water and air and plant and animal? I once remember writing about how initiation, in its deepest sense, was meant to break us open into a wider sense of connection and affiliation with the world. And that someone who's gone through that initiation is more attuned to responsibilities than rights, more attuned to entanglements than entitlements. And we are constantly talking about what I'm entitled to and my rights. Nothing wrong with that. But that doesn't go far enough in terms of what the soul is called to. The soul is called to entanglements and responsibilities, not rights and entitlements. And that's the work, I think, of mature human beings. And we're all being pushed through the heat of these times into a rough initiation. And hopefully, enough human beings will feel that responsibility and begin to respond more appropriately to the needs of the time.